Hey guys, Mike here from Real Lounge Entertainment, and why don't we do something a little different this time? The Oscars are right around the corner. Why don't we try to predict all the winners? Now, I saw a good chunk of these movies, so I have some that I think are going to win, and some of my own personal choices, even if I don't think they're going to win, that should have won. Now, there's a lot of nominations, 23 in total, so why don't we break this down into two videos? I'm going to try to put some of the bigger categories in the first video, and some of the bigger categories in the second video, just to spread things out a little bit. So everyone get your scorecards, see how you do, put in the comments your choices, and let's see how we do. And before we get into it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, please. It will really help our channel. Okay guys, the first category we're going to go over is one of the big ones, and that's Best Actor in a Motion Picture. The nominees for this category are Timothée Chalamet for A Complete Unknown, Adrien Brody for The Brutalist, Ralph Fiennes for Conclave, and then we got Sebastian Stan in The Apprentice, and Coleman Domingo for Sing Sing. Now, I didn't see Sebastian Stan, and I didn't see Sing Sing, but those two really don't really have a chance to win this category. It's going to be one of two people in my mind. Adrien Brody is the front runner and the odds-on favorite to win this. And then Timothée Chalamet is probably the second chance to win. Now, in my mind, Timothée Chalamet's performance was great, but Adrien Brody's was better. But there's a controversy in this category, and that is The Brutalist used AI to make his accent a little bit stronger in the movie. Now, should that eliminate him from contention? I don't know. I even got an argument with one of my buddies about it, and we kind of disagree. I think AI shouldn't be used at all for a performance like this, and especially when it's hidden and almost kept a secret. Now, his performance was amazing, but he's also already won an Oscar, so with the AI controversy, I am going to pick Timothée Chalamet. That's my personal pick. Overall, I would like to see Adrien Brody win. I think his performance was amazing, but my pick is going to be Timothée Chalamet for A Complete Unknown. Now, the second category we're going to get into is Best Supporting Actor in a Motion Picture. Now, this one is, there's an odds-on favorite that I think is hands down going to win, but it's actually not the one that I would go with. So let's hear the nominees for Best Supporting Actor. We have Yura Borisov in Anora, Kieran Culkin in A Real Pain, Edward Norton in A Complete Unknown, Guy Pearce in The Brutalist, and Jeremy Strong in The Apprentice. The only one I didn't see out of this is Jeremy Strong in The Apprentice, but I think he has the worst odds. He's a good actor. I've seen him in a couple things, but he's just not going to win on this one. Now, Kieran Culkin is the odds-on favorite. His betting odds are crazy. I think he has this in the bag. So to fill out your little sheet, definitely go Kieran Culkin because he's going to win. Now, even though his performance was great and that was a really good movie, he's not the one that I would like to see win. I would actually like to see Edward Norton take this for A Complete Unknown. His performance was amazing. Now, I thought Guy Pearce should have won because I saw The Brutalist first. And in my head, I was like, great performance. His bad guy persona was amazing. But then I saw A Complete Unknown, and Edward Norton's performance was just so good. So for your sheet, definitely put Kieran Culkin. But if I could choose, I would definitely go Edward Norton for this one. All right, next one, costume design for motion picture. Now this one is going to be one of the easiest picks out of all the movies. So your nominations for costume design, we have Wicked, we have Conclave, we have Nosferatu, which I did not see, A Complete Unknown, and Gladiator 2. I also did not see Gladiator 2. I think this is the only nomination it has this whole year. Not surprised. They always give period pieces this. The winner is going to be Wicked. No one stands a chance. Now, Conclave had great costume in it, but Wicked is the one that the Hollywood and Oscars are just going to go with, and it deserves it. There are so many extras in it. The costumes are amazing, so put it down. My pick and my prediction is Wicked in this one. Now, the fourth category we're going to get into is makeups in motion picture. Now, this, like the last category, I think is a done deal. I think there is a clear winner that's going to take this one down, and that's The Substance with Demi Moore. By far has the most makeup design, lots of horror makeup, lots of gore. The other nominees in this one is Wicked, which I thought the makeup wasn't that great. Nosferatu, I didn't see, but I heard it was good, so maybe a dark horse there. Amelia Perez, and A Different Man. Now, Substance has this, mark it down. It's my pick. It's my prediction. Same thing. Substance has this one. Now, our next category is going to be adapted screenplay. Now, this one's going to be a little bit tougher for me to predict because I haven't seen. I saw 3 of these movies, but I didn't read any of the books, so I don't know how they compare to the books. But there's a odds-on favorite to win this, but I'm going with one that's not the odds-on favorite. So we have Conclave, which is the odds-on favorite. That's supposed to be the prediction. So Amelia Perez, Sing Sing, A Complete Unknown, and Nickel Boys. Now, Nickel Boys doesn't come out till like 2 days before the Oscars, so I wasn't able to see that. So it's got a few nominations, but it's not going to win. If we can't see it, it shouldn't win. So the odds-on favorite for this is Conclave. It's probably the most famous book out of all these, and that's the odds-on favorite. So for your sheet, I would definitely put Conclave as the official choice. My personal choice, A Complete Unknown. The movie was very good, very entertaining. You can fact-check lots of stuff. I mean, some stuff is made up for the movie, but that's the one I sat down and I was just really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed all the characters. Complete Unknown will be my personal choice. Conclave is my prediction of who's going to actually win. Our next category is Best Original Screenplay. Now, I went to screenwriting school, so this one is a little bit more important to me, and I'm a little bit more picky on it. Now, there is a clear winner, but the nominations for Best Original Screenplay are Honora, The Brutalist, A Real Pain, September 5th, and The Substance. Now, the odds-on favorite is Honora, and that's the one I'm going to put on my actual pick, and you should pick on yours too. I think this one takes it. It's going to take lots of these little categories, I think, since it became more of an odds-on favorite for some of this stuff. My personal pick would be A Real Pain. It's a smaller movie, written very nicely. It moves quickly, had a lot of emotion in it. So if I could pick it, I would actually go A Real Pain, but I just don't think there's any chance it's actually going to win. Our next category is Best Score for a Motion Picture. The nominees for Best Score are The Brutalist, Conclave, Amelia Perez, Wicked, and The Wild Robot. Now, first thing I'm going to say is, why is Wicked in here? It's a musical. None of that music counts, so it's all the other score, and it's kind of just versions of the other songs that they changed around a little bit. Kind of surprised to see this as a nomination at all, actually. But doesn't matter. It's not going to win. The front runner for this is The Brutalist, and Conclave is kind of like a second place. And I 100% think The Brutalist should win this. So that's my prediction is The Brutalist. My personal pick is The Brutalist as well. While watching that movie, the score was so powerful, so pounding. It got into you. It was like a whole character. Lots of times you didn't even need words because the score was just doing all the heavy lifting of emotions and moving the story forward all by itself. So to me, The Brutalist, hands down, should be the winner of score. The next category we'll be covering is Best Original Song. And the nominees for this is Amelia Perez, El Mal, 6888, The Journey, Sing Sing, Like a Bird, Amelia Perez, Mia Camino, and Elton John, Never Too Late. This year for Best Original Song might be the weakest I have ever seen this category ever. There's no song in here that is just so amazing that I'm immediately like, that should be the winner, or that should be one of the two songs, talked about as a winner. One of the weakest categories ever. And since Amelia Perez has kind of just like disintegrated his chances to win some of the bigger categories, I think it's going to take home one of these. And the strongest one, odds on, is going to be El Mal from Amelia Perez. That's the one that Zoe sings. So on my sheet, I'm picking that one as my official pick to win. But if I had to do it personally, I think I like Mia Camino a little bit better, also from Amelia Perez. So mark it down on your sheet, El Mal from Amelia Perez, Best Original Song. Our next category is Best Animated Feature. I saw all 5 of these movies. There's some that I really liked, some that I didn't like, and some that are right down in the middle. So this is, to me, should have been a tougher category. There seems to be odd-on favorite. But here's the nominations. Flow, Inside Out 2, Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul, Memoir of a Snail, and The Wild Robot. So critics love The Wild Robot. It was okay. It was decent, kind of right down the middle. I understand why it's going to win because this is the pick. If for my sheet, I'm going Wild Robot as my official pick for the Oscars. It's not the one I would pick personally, though. Inside Out 2 was actually really good. The story's really good, but the animation didn't really put it any further than the other one. So for me, that's another middle one. Flow, this might anger some people. I did not like Flow at all. It did not have enough material to make it a full-length movie. It probably should have been animated short, which would have been a little bit better. There's no talking, which is okay. It's all animals, but it's a flood. So it's constantly flooding. So if you want to see a movie about a cat that jumps in the water like 10 times, swims around with fish, this is the movie for you. But there's multiple times when the animation feels very clunky. Anytime you see an animal eat something, it kind of looks like CGI from like the late 90s in video games. So the animation wasn't amazing. The artisticness of some of the animals, like the backgrounds are amazing and beautiful, but the animals that are the main characters, the animation style, I did not like at all. And there's lots of problems I have with the lighting where it looked like they didn't shadow it out right. So for me, Flow just probably was the worst out of all these, actually. Wallace and Gromit didn't bring anything new. I love stop motion, but there's nothing with the story. Why is this movie nominated? I don't get it. So my personal pick is the one that I was like, what is that? And that's Memoir of a Snail. Now, this is not a kid's movie. This is rated R, and it's also stop motion. But out of all the movies I saw this year, even for Best Picture, that's probably the one I'm going to rewatch first. It's very depressing. You have to be in the right mood and the right kind of person to see this. It's very dark, but that's the one that sat with me. I thought about it for days after I watched it, and that's a good sign of a movie. If you're still thinking about it day after day, that would be my personal pick. It's not going to win, though. So let's go to the next category. All right, we're going to close out the first video with two more big categories. The first one being Best Supporting Actress in a Motion Picture. I have some thoughts about this. I think some of the wrong people were nominated, so let's get to it. Your nominations for this one are Monica Barbaro for Complete Unknown. You have Ariana Grande for Wicked. You have Felicity Jones for The Brutalist. You have Isabella Rossellini for Conclave. You have Amelia Perez, Zoe Zadina. And there's a heavy favorite. Zoe Zadina is going to win this category and should win this category. So mark it on your thing. Zoe's the pick. We're going with it. But I have a problem with her being in this category, and I'll get to that at the end of before I go through the other ones. Ariana Grande, it was okay performance. You know, you remember her in this movie, but nothing to write home about. Felicity Jones in The Brutalist, very strong performance. When I first saw that, that was my pick before I saw some of the other movies. So she'd probably be like my second place. Complete Unknown, I think they got the wrong person. I think Ellie Fanning probably should have been nominated. Nothing against Monica. Her performance was good, but Ellie's actually stand out for me for this film. I remember her character a lot more, and I just thought there was a lot more emotion attached to it. And for Isabella Rossellini and Conclave, you know what? I don't remember her character being that important to the movie. Yes, she did one thing or two things, but like I don't remember too much of her in the movie, which if it doesn't stand out, then Best Supporting Actress, probably not going to happen. So Zoe's the choice. Put it on your sheet. I'm putting it on mine. But I think she shouldn't be in Best Supporting Actress. I think she should be in Best Actress, actually. And I'll get to that in the next video when we do the Best Actress. But she should be in the Best Actress in a Motion Picture, not supporting. So with that, let's get on to the next category. All right, here we are, the last category for this first video before we say goodbye and go to the next video. And that is Best Actress in a Motion Picture. We already got to a little bit in the last one, but let's go through the nominees. Nominees are going to be Cynthia Erivo for Wicked. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Nothing personal, just don't know how to pronounce it. Then we got Carla Sofia Gascon for Amelia Perez, Mikey Madison for Nora, Demi Moore for The Substance, and Fernanda Torres for I'm Still Here. I didn't see I'm Still Here. I wish I could have, but it just came out in theaters right now, and I just don't have the time to go see another one in theaters, so I'll get to that probably after the Oscars at some point. Wicked's not going to win. It's not a strong enough performance. It was a good performance, but it's not going to win. Carla Sofia Gascon, yes, that's the one everyone's talking about. At one point, she's probably the front runner for this, and very controversial. We're not going to get into why it's controversial. You guys already know why it's controversial for some people. I don't really care. I have a problem with her being nominated for the fact that I don't think her performance was that good. So there's two things about this. Number one, her performance wasn't good enough to be nominated for Best Actress. Number two, she shouldn't be in Best Leading Actress. She should be in Best Supporting Actress if you're going to nominate her at all. Zoe should have been nominated for Best Actress. Carla should have been for Best Supporting Actress. And there's multiple reasons why. Number one, Zoe has more screen time. Not always the biggest thing, but it's like a whopping 10 minutes more screen time. Number two, we follow Zoe's character in the movie. Her little incident is what drives us. We enter the world with her. We see how she changes, how she acts at the end of the movie when things happen. We are following her. We're not following Carla's character. So for me, they got the nomination wrong. And she self-destructed. I think she was probably going to win, which I think that the Oscars are probably happy that she's not going to win now, because it would have been so controversial that people probably would have not watched the Oscars the following year if it did. So either way, I don't think she should have won. The clear winner here should be Demi Moore in The Substance. Her performance was great, and she has given us years and years and years of great movies and great performances. She knocked this one out of the park. And if you watch the movie, very big risk to take that for her. And it was amazing. Now, Honora, Mickey Madison, or however you say her name, she could be the dark horse here. She could come. She just won at BAFTA for Best Leading Actress and stole it from Demi Moore. I say steal, but I'm teasing you guys. Come on. So if anyone's going to win and it's not Demi Moore, it's going to be her. I could see it happening, but my personal pick and my prediction is that Demi Moore will win this at the Academy Awards. Too good of a performance to pass up. All right, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, do anything that can help us out, please. And join us for the next video when we're going to cover the second half of the nominations and my picks and predictions. And it's going to be some of the biggest ones, like Best Director, Best Picture. So see you in the next video.